Yes, good morning to everybody. Namaskar. This is a special class of the guest lecture by the Professor T. Nagvishnu Garu, and he is the former professor at the University of Dava, Ethiopia at present. That he is working in the KLV College of Law, the KLEF, that is the Koneru Lakshmaya Education Foundation, Deemed University, Vijayawada, AP. And today that he has given the kind consent to deliver the lecture on the inheritance, virtual succession under the Muslim law. Now I request Professor T. Nagvishnu to continue his lecture. Welcome, Nagvishnu Garu.
Okay,
Proceed.
right. Respected colleagues and my dear students, friends, it is a proud privilege which is given by Professor Hussain Sir to explain about the law of inheritance of the Muslims. So here, what is the inheritance? Inheritance means without the execution of will, the property will be that is given by anybody, that is by the execution of will, that is the testator has given that property, then after that death it will be operated. But if no will which is executed, then law of inheritance which would be applicable. So here for Sunnis there are two classes, that is two schools are there mainly, that is Sunni and Shia. Here Sunni school again, that is four schools, sub schools are there which are belong to Sunnism, that is Hanafi, Shafi, Malki, Ambali. These are the four schools which are belong to the Sunni law. And Shia law, Shia schools are Itna Ashariya, Ismailia, and Jaija. These are all the schools which are belong to Shia law. Here, the objects for the inheritance of the Muslim, which is specified here, that is doctrine of near and dear. Doctrine of a near and dear. So here, nearest person is the dearest person under the Muslim law of inheritance. Unlike in case of Hindu Succession Act and also the Christian Succession Act. Suppose, for example, son, one person is there, son of predecessor son, these two are left by the propositors. Then in such case, son of predecessor son will be eliminated from the succession. So here son only be entitled to get the property. Like that, if the others, son and son's daughter may be there, son's daughter will be eliminated from the law of inheritance. In such way, nearest person is set to be treated as the dearest person under the law. That is the first important object. Next one is, in case of the persons of the same status, suppose son and daughter which are left by the propositors, then in such case, daughter will be given only one quantum and the son will be given two quantums. In such way it would be. Suppose full brother and full sister only which are left by the propositors. Then in such case, full brother will be given two quantums and full sister will be given two quantums. In such way it would be calculated. Next is, in case of execution of will, then what would be, in what way the procedure which is adopted here, that is important thing. So here, in case of a will which is executed, then up to 1/3 only that would be considered, and for the rest of 2/3, the property will be devolved upon the legal heirs by way of inheritance. This is the important aspect which is to be considered. Here, that is in case of Sunni who died without the execution of wills, then the legal heirs which will come into the picture for the that is getting the share or whatever. So for the devolution of the property, the legal heirs are divided into three kinds, that is sharers, residuaries, and distant kindred. Sharers, residuaries, and distant kindred. Again, sharers are divided into three kinds. Hello?
Yes, proceed.
Hello, sir?
Proceed.
Okay. Again, sharers are divided into three kinds. That is primary sharers, substitutes to the primary sharers, and brothers and sisters. That is full blood, half blood, or uterine blood. So here, full sister, consanguine, that is full blood, consanguine blood, and uterine blood. These were called full blood, half blood, and uterine blood. I will tell you later. So here, the legal heads under the primary category, which I am going to explain. So here, if one widow which is left by the propositors or four widows which are left by the propositors, then 1/8 of the share which would be given to the widow or widows. And the condition is that if there are children or child of son howsoever, if there are children means sons or daughters, or child of son howsoever, son's son, son's daughter. So in such way, if these are left by the propositors, then widow's share is 1/8, or widow's share is 1/8. 1/8 will be shared by all of the, that is 2 widows or 3 widows, and up to 4 only. It is recognized under the Muslim law. So here, she will be never excluded because these primary sharers are never excluded. So in what way the effect will be? If there is no children or child of son howsoever, then the share will be enhanced to 1/4. So 1/4 will be given to the wife. Suppose wife and father are left by the propositors. So here father is the residuary. Residuary means after the that is the distribution of the shares to all of the sharers, then the remaining balance which would be given to the residuary. The residuary is a person who is entitled to succeed the remaining balance. So here, in such case, the wife will be given 1/4 and father will be given residuary. This is the principle. Suppose wife, daughter and father which are there, then wife will be given 1/8, daughter will be given 1/2, and in such case, father's share is sharer as well as residuary. Share 1/6 as the sharer, and residuary balance will also be given to the father. In such way, I will tell you in the ensuing chapters. So here, husband 1/4, husband 1/4. If there are child or child of son howsoever, if there is child or child of son howsoever, then the father's share is 1/4. If there is no child or child of son howsoever, then the share will be enhanced to 1/2. Next is daughter. Daughter is given 1/2. Daughter is given 1/2. If 2 or more are there, then 2/3 will be given. The normal condition is that if no son, then daughter will be given 1/2. If 2 or more which are there, then 2/3. Next, never excluded. Daughter will be never excluded from the purview of inheritance. If there is a son, then the daughter will be residuary along with the son. This is the principle. Next is father. Father is 1/6. Father's share is 1/6 as the sharer. The condition is that if there are children or child of son howsoever, if there is child or child of son howsoever will be there, then the daughter's share, that is the father's share, is 1/6. Never excluded from the purview of inheritance. In these 2 columns are there. One condition is that A, if there are no children or child of son howsoever, then he will be taken into consideration as the residuary. So the residue balance will be given to the father. Suppose wife, father, wife and father. Wife share is 1/4. Father's share is rest of the 3/4 will be given to the father. So father will be taking as the residuary. Suppose husband and father, which are left by the propositors, then husband will be given 1/2 because if there is no child or child of son howsoever, then share of the husband is 1/2, and the rest of the balance will be given to the father, that is 1/2. So here, if wife is left by the father, left by the propositors, then father share is as the residuary is more. If husband is left, then father share is lesser, that is 1/2 only. So in such way, the fluctuations which may also be there. Next, another second point, that is B point, is that if there are only daughter or daughters, or son's daughter or son's daughters howsoever, and no son or son's son howsoever, then the father will be taken into consideration as sharer as well as residuary. Sharer as well as residuary. Suppose daughter, wife, and father, which are left by the propositors. Another example I am telling you. Daughter, another example, wife, father. So here, the wife share is 1/8 because daughter is there. And daughter share is 1/2. Next, father share is 1/6 as the sharer. And remaining balance, that is, property will be taken into consideration as 1. Then share will be calculated like that. 1/2 to the daughter, and 1/8 to the wife, and 1/6 to the father. So these will be added, and that would be deducted from 1. If anything will be remained, then that remaining balance will also be given to the father. In such way, the share will be calculated. Now come to the mother. Mother share is 1/6. If there are children or child of a son, howsoever, then if this condition will be fulfilled, then mother share is 1/6. Never excluded from the purview of inheritance. So here the 3 points are there. Mother's point is very tough under the that is the anaphila of inheritance. So if there are no child or no children or child of a son, howsoever, child of son, howsoever means, because there is a lack of time, I could not explain in detail. Child of son, howsoever means son's daughter, son's daughter, son's son, like that. So son's son, son's daughter, that is child of son, howsoever. Son's son, son's daughter, that is also child of son, howsoever. Son's son's daughter, child of son, howsoever. Suppose if there are no such, if there is no child or child of son, howsoever, then the mother share is 1/3, enhanced to 1/3. That is, it becomes doubled. And second point, B point under the mother is that if there is only one brother or one sister, either full or consanguine or uterine blood, which is left by the propositors. So here uterine blood relationship is also getting the share under the that is anaphila of inheritance. So here, if only one brother or one sister, either full or consanguine or uterine blood, which is left by the propositors, then other share is 1/3. The meaning is that if there are two or more, either brothers or sisters, or brothers and sisters also, either full or consanguine or uterine blood, then the share of a mother will be 1/6, because this is the point which is to be remembered, that is only one brother or only one sister which is left by propositors, either full blood or consanguine blood or uterine blood, then 1/3. It means if any, that is plurality will be there, then 1/6. Third point, that is C. C point is that if the husband or wife, if the husband or wife which is coexisting with the father, husband or wife coexisting with the father, that is in this principle, wife, husband, father, sorry, wife, that is, if there is husband or wife coexisting with the father, right? Wife, father, husband. Husband coexisting with the husband or wife coexisting with the father. So here, husband, mother, father, or wife, mother, father. To these two examples only, the principle will be operated. So here, the mother's share, in what way it is calculated, we can see now. Here, the wife's share is 1/4 because there is no any children. Wife share is 1/4, and mother's share is, after the deduction of wife or husband's share respectively, then 1/3 residue after the deduction will be given to the mother. That is 1/4 will be deducted from 1, that is 3/4 will be remained. 3/4 into 1/4, 3/4 into 1/3, 3/4 into 1/3. So here that quantum will be given to the mother. Then father is the residuary. So to these two principles only, this condition will be operated. Next is the another, that is substitutes to the primary sharers. Who are the substitutes to the primary sharers? Sons, daughter, howsoever. True grandfather, howsoever. Next, true grandmother, maternal or paternal, howsoever. These three are the substitutes to the primary sharers. So here, sons, daughter. In what way? That is the share will be given. Sons, daughter will be given 1/2, and the rest of the that is, if 2 or more will be there, then 2/3 will be given. So here the normal condition is that if there is no son or son's son howsoever, if no son or son's son howsoever, then the son's daughter share is 1/2. Whether exclude from the purview of inheritance, this is the now exclusion will come into the picture. If there are 2 or more daughters, then sons, daughter, howsoever will be excluded. And if there are 2 or more higher sons, daughters, then sons, daughter will be excluded. If there is son, then sons, daughter will be excluded from the purview of inheritance. Then in what way the share will be affected? So here with equal sons, son, that is son's son, son's daughter, only which are left, then the son's daughter will be taken into consideration as the residuary. She will be treated as the residuary. Then son's son, two quantums, and son's daughter, 1 quantum. Like that, son's daughter, which are left by the propositors. Then 2 quantums and 1 quantums respectively, which would be given. This point is over. Now come to the true grandfather. True grandfather share is 1/6. If there are children or child of a son howsoever, then like that of the father, the true grandfather will be given 1/6. And when excluded, the true grandfather means father's father, father's father's father, father's 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 father, and 100 generations may be there up level. Ascending order. In the ascending order, one that is 100 generations may be there. True grandfather, how high soever. How high soever means it is the that is ascending order only. So here, true grandfather will be excluded by father. Next, nearest true grandfather, how high soever. That is father's father's father will be excluded by father. If no father, if father's father will be there, father's father will exclude the father's father's father. This is the principle which is there. Next, see here how the share will be affected. If there are children or child of son howsoever, then if there are no children, if there are no children or child of son howsoever, then he becomes residuary. If there are only daughter or daughters or sons daughters howsoever, then the father will take as the sharer as well as residuary also. In such way, the property will be devolved upon the father by following the steps. Next is the true grandmother howsoever. True grandmother howsoever means from mother's side, mother's mother, mother's mother's mother, mother's 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 mother, like that. These are the true grandmothers. Next, true grandmothers, that is maternal. Now paternal we are taking into consideration. That is father's mother, father's father's mother, father's 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 mother, like that. Any generations may be. So she is called as the true grandmother, paternal. So here either maternal or paternal to all of them, that is by the exclusion, true grandmother and true grandmother maternal or paternal may be there. Then there that is to all of them 1/6 will be given. 1/6 will be given. See, the true grandmother maternal is excluded by mother. If mother is there, mother's mother or mother's mother's mother is not entitled to get it. If nearest true grandmother, maternal or paternal will be available, then the true grandmother remote degree will be excluded. This is the principle. Suppose mother's mother's mother will be excluded by mother, mother's mother, next father's mother. She will be excluded by like that. Next one is true grandmother paternal. True grandmother paternal is excluded by the father, nearest true grandfather, mother, nearest true grandmother, maternal or paternal howsoever. So here, paternal true grandmother howsoever will be excluded by more number of persons than that of true grandmother howsoever maternal. So here, the true grandmother paternal is excluded by father, nearest true grandfather, that is father's father's mother is excluded by father, father's father's father, father's father's mother is excluded by father's father also. This is the principle. Next is mother. Father's father's mother will be excluded by mother. Nearest true grandmother, that is mother's mother, will also exclude
Excuse me,
the
Professor Nagabhushan
father
garu.
father.
Excuse
Sir.
me, Professor Nagabhushan garu. At any time it
Tell
will
me,
be
sir.
going to be closed. So up to that time
Oh,
you can
over,
continue.
sir.
Yeah. At any time
Okay,
it will
okay,
be
okay.
going to closed. It will be continued.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Right. Okay. So here, brothers and sisters. So here, the brothers and sisters category, here, the full sister, consanguine sister, uterine brother, and uterine sister. These four are coming within this picture. So here, brothers and sisters, full sister, consanguine sister. Next is the uterine brother and uterine sister will also come. So full sister, 1 by 2. The share will be allotted to full sister is 1 by 2. If 2 or more will be there, then 2 by 3. Then when the change will be happened, that is, if we, with full brother, she will not be taken into consideration as the sharer. So with full brother, she becomes a residuary. When excluded, full sister is excluded by son, son's son howsoever, father, true grandfather howsoever. These four persons will be excluding full sister. When share will be affected. So here, full brother will be there, that is left by propositors, then full sister will become residuary. Consanguine sister, hello, consanguine sister, 1 by 2. Consanguine sister, 1 by 2. If no consanguine brother, then she will be taken into consideration as the sharer. She will be excluded by son, son's son howsoever, father, true grandfather howsoever. Next, 2 or more full sisters. Again, 2 or more full sisters which are there, then also consanguine sister will be excluded. Consanguine means of blood, of brother, of sister. That means you must remember it. If there is the consanguine brother, then the consanguine sister will be residuary, and 2 quantums will be given to the brother and 1 quantum will be given to the sister. In such way it will be there. Next, uterine brother and uterine sister. Uterine brother and uterine sister. So for both of